Hey guys, it's Rob, and this video is to Rayman Yecht or whatever, however you say his last name. Like, this guy, he doesn't even live in the universe of truth. Okay, he's like, oh, Joseph Martelli isn't a pussy. He's fucking brave. He walked past a whole group of fucking people. But like, he completely ignores the subtext of why Joseph was even there. He was there to harass people. People are literally posting links to videos of Joseph saying why he's going to Niagara Falls. I mean, why he's going from Niagara Falls to Columbus. Joseph in multiple videos said he was going there to confront the drunken peasants for copywriting him and making money off of him. He said that shit. He said that shit multiple times. Videos on YouTube, videos on this Instagram, which the Instagram could be a troll. Just based on my experience with it. But because there's also troll Twitter accounts of Joseph Martelli now because of him being on the Drunken Peasants and all that other shit. So once somebody's on the Drunken Peasants, whether or not something is them or not becomes kind of hazy anyways. But anyways, this kid, he looks like he's probably like 12, 13, maybe older than that. Sorry if you're older than that, but you don't look old. You don't look very old, which is why I kind of forgive you, because you have to be pretty young to fall for Brett Keene's bullshit / Joseph's bullshit. Tommy from the Bronx's video pretty much explains what happened, okay? Joseph Martelli walked past, and the very first person who saw him was like, hey, yo, man, what's up? And, that's when when things kind of broke loose. People came out. I had no idea that this was going on, because I wasn't really paying attention, and plus I was kind of, I won't go there. And people went out, right? And pretty much Joseph was standing there, and Tommy from the Bronx came out, apparently, with Pit Monk. And you can see that in one of Joseph's videos. And Tommy was like, hey man, I want to talk to you. And he wasn't being rude or violent or anything, but Joseph kept backing away, apparently. This was talked about all fucking night. And so Joseph kept backing away and was like, I don't want to fucking talk to you. I don't want to fucking talk to you. Because Joseph had it in his mind that Tommy from the Bronx was going to assault him. But what really Tommy said was, if you come there and you start acting a fool, then I'll deal with you. It was just a don't start shit and there won't be shit kind of like thing. So Joseph kept backing up, and then when he was far enough away to feel safe, he was like, look at all these drunken peasant pussies. Look at all these motherfucking pussies and all this other shit. And then that's when everybody was like, oh, you're going to call us fucking pussies when you're backing away? So that's when, I'm kidding you not, it was probably max 20 fucking people started walking towards him. And you know what? Maybe at that point he had kind of a right to be scared, because he had kicked the hornet's nest at that point, calling a large group of people pussies. Now, there has been conversations with law enforcement people since this happened. And technically, at that point where he started calling people out and calling them pussies and shit, he was, inciting a riot, which is a crime. Now, technically, in all technicality, people who started moving towards him were technically rioting, which is also a crime. Because at that point, yeah, Joseph is kind of right. There was a hostile feel to it. Because he had verbally assaulted a whole bunch of people. But this is where you are completely fucking wrong. Nobody got within arm's length of him. Ever. Nobody pulled any fucking guns. No one physically assaulted him. He was far. He was pretty far away. Okay? The whole thing about him, not knowing people were pursuing him, complete fucking bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. His ass started walking away as soon as he realized that these people were progressing towards him. And then he got to this certain point and he crossed across an intersection and ran. Now, this shows that this was his intent from the very beginning, because the very next video that he shot was at the Jackson something, I can't remember the exact name of it, the Jackson something, correctional facility. You know what that is? That's the police station / local lockup, jail, prison kind of, local jail, prison thing. It's like the county fucking jail or whatever. Okay? So, he had been walking around. He knew where shit was. His intention was to rile up some drunken peasants fans and have himself assaulted. So then he could play the victim, get the event shut down, and that would be his revenge for being made fun of on the show. Now, this is just my opinion and how I piece things together since the whole fucking thing happened. So, there was a lot of fucking people there. There were so many people who came and went, that it's impossible to even know how many fucking people had come and gone. So all the people who were out there, nobody knows who they are. There were so many people who came and went that nobody even fucking remembers me being there. I've talked to people, I was like, oh, hey, I talked to you, do you remember? And they're like, no, I don't. So, yeah. So, at the time, the maximum capacity of that place is 180 fucking people. And I kid you not, dude, only about 10 to 20, 20 fucking people initially walked after him. But then a whole bunch of other people kind of was like, what the fuck is going on, and they wanted to see what was going on. So there was people who had kind of a hostile intent towards him, but then there were people who were like, this is like the first episode of Bitch Boy Slab Fight, right here on the mean streets of Columbus, Ohio. So there was just a curiosity factor. There was a lot of people who were like, oh, well, don't want to be the one person who misses this, which is, I missed it. I had to hear everything from fucking everybody else who saw it, but I was inside fucking, I was higher than Tobuscus at fucking Playlist Live. So, I was fucking paranoid as shit, because I didn't know if people were gonna notice I was all fucked up on something besides alcohol and tell me I had to leave or something. But let's just say I pre-gamed pretty fucking hard, and I was like, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm going, and this is all about me. If I film something, then I film something. If I don't, then fuck that. in the past, I've made the mistake of oversharing my life, but whatever. Anyways, so you have everything wrong. Nobody fucking attacked him. Nobody laid a fucking hand on him. Nobody pointed guns at him. None of that. None of that. You and Brett Keane are either being taken for a ride or purposely taking people for a ride because you have an agenda against the drunken peasants. And the fact that you pull all these fucking sophomoric, friggin' run-of-the-mill fucking, shit that all you fucking Christians say all the time. Fucking, calling people neckbeards and, saying, oh, they must have dropped out of high school when they're, and stuff like that. Dude, you're looking at a college graduate right now, okay? I'm gonna, I could go inside and, actually, yeah. Friggin', degrees, motherfucker! So, fuck you. They're pulling out the whole neckbeard card and all that other fucking bullshit. I'm surprised you didn't pull out the living in your mother's basement card and all that same old fucking bullshit that you theists always bring up. And, friggin' calling TJ the amazing ass face and shit like that. You're a Brett Keane sycophant clone. Okay? Get your own mind. Research shit. Talk to people who are actually there. Don't say, oh, I'm a Brett Keane fan and stuff like that. Just casually ask them what fucking happened. Be inquisitive. Okay? Investigate this stuff like, try to be neutral and just don't act like you have an agenda and find out the truth. Because you think people are going to lie to you, right? Well, just act like you want to know. Just casually. Just, even pretend to be a fan. And people will let their guard down. Which, people are being pretty guarded about this because it's turning into a big fucking deal. It's just more fucking fuel for the fire when it comes to Brett. And, I wish that this didn't happen, because it's going to be used against us for the rest of fucking eternity. Joseph is going to be like, oh, come down to Niagara Falls, come down to Niagara Falls. And nobody's going to fucking do it. I could do it, but he would just twist it around and use it against us. So, this isn't fucking some kind of, Twilight Team Edward versus Team Jacob bullshit. This is serious shit. People's careers and shit like that are being affected. People are being lied about, and all kinds of other shit. All this is about just over making fun of stupid videos on a fucking podcast. Joseph Martelli's viewership has gone up ever since Mr. Repzion made that video about him. Okay? So anyways, friggin', I'm outside. I have a friend over who's kind of half asleep, and I'm, my door is open, but I'm trying, and the lighting isn't very good, and you're like, oh, show your face. It's not the most handsome face ever. I am a Mainer, but I do have more teeth than Brett. I have all my bottoms, but I'm just missing a couple up here, But Brett doesn't have his whole top row. But, I'm not actually really making fun of that. I'm just pointing it out as a fact. In fact, he had, held the teeth up and stuff. And people are like, oh, pay Brett his money. Dude, it's the fucking weekend. It's the fucking weekend. Banks are, closed and stuff like that. Plus, they also just got over a big fucking, party, and they were drinking and stuff like that. Just give a motherfucker some time to go to the bank. It's just calm the fuck down. Cool your fucking tits. But, you're still stupid, and you probably won't even watch this video, and you know, respond to it if you want. I don't give a fuck. It will get me more views in a way. So, you know, I'm going on the 15-minute mark. But see, I can make videos longer than 15 minutes because verified, certified, qualified by you. Shaking in my boots. You know? Uh, crappy potato cam. Well, this quality isn't very good either, but, you know, I'm not cracking out the HD for you, motherfucker. You ain't worth it. You ain't worth the rendering. You ain't worth the uploading time that an HD video would take. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Twitter and Instagram links in the description. Love you all to death. No, I'm not going to do that. And, no, goodbye.